Next question. Anna S.H. And I'm not sure what that stands for, but I have been thinking of things all day. And I expect that you guys should do that as well. And Anna, please tell us what the S.H. stands for. Wants to know what my funny trials and tribulations as an author have been. Funny trials and tribulations. And I can only imagine that it's things like just being humiliated publicly. And frankly, I take a lot of things in stride because it's, the whole writing gig is a secondary career for me. And it was not really something that, that I have been wanting to do all my life. It was something that, it was a really, and people hate to hear it, it was really spur of the moment thing. Made a decision that I was going to give it a shot, and then it panned out, that was 4 years ago or so. And so it's been funny in that it's been shocking, and I mean the tribulations I think are coming more now, which is totally not funny to talk about on a Friday, but there's some hard stuff. Publishing is not going through the best of times right now, and it's getting harder for even published writers to keep writing and keep selling. And one of the things that's really I'm going to get vulnerable for you. Like, just imagine that this is, we're in our afterglow, and I'm going to share. It's hard for me because I hear other authors, selling things on proposal and getting like deal after deal, and I don't write all that quickly, and I don't sell enough books to be able to sell anything on proposal. I don't have an established, even going into my third book and a mass market reprint of the first one, I don't have enough name in the market to be able to sell just on a proposal in the first 50 pages of the book. I don't have it. So, but I hear, all my friends seem to not have a problem with that at all. And that's all a matter of choices. And I don't think I would do anything differently, really. But no, I wouldn't do anything differently. I have a lot of fun. And frankly, the conferences and stuff that I go to are really fun. The Romantic Times conference particularly, which is, I think, the only con I'm going to actually fly to next year. I am going to do something in New York, and possibly Washington, D.C. in the winter, when Battle of the Network Zombies comes out. But other than that, I'm not doing much next year. I'm not going to, it costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money, and it's not something that I get reimbursed for. I don't know if you guys know that. Publishers will spend money for sort of their A-list authors, but yeah, not me. Let's see. Books I read growing up. That is a good question, Daniki B. That will pull us out of the doldrums of that last conversation. Let's see. I think things that sort of influenced me are, when I was in the second and third grade, I picked up my mother's Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Sex But Were Afraid to Ask, and pretty much read that cover to cover. She had me reading at a pretty high level before I even got into kindergarten. So by third grade, I was already bumping up to adult, and then by fourth and fifth, I sort of came out of the honors level reading closet and took it to school and was reading things like Amityville Horror. I read Amityville Horror for a fifth grade book report, and after that, I never went back to kids' books. I think it's why I missed out on a lot of things. Like, I just recently read A Wrinkle in Time, which, frankly, I know everyone loves, but I don't feel like either it didn't hold up well as an adult or something. But anyway, so Everything You Always Want to Know About Sex, because, who's the most popular kid on in the playground? The one who knows about, pegging and, anyway, dirty shit, yeah. You know what book I love though? Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. And those were the Mouse and the Motorcycle books. Anything that had to do with mice or rats for some reason I was into. Just I don't know. I don't know why that is. Anyway, which brings to the other question, because Daniki B had a lot of questions. I think you'll notice. Do I like cats? I love cats. I do. They're cute. They're adorable. They're aloof. They ruin furniture. Not mine. We don't have any. Cats. We have furniture. I'm allergic to cats though, which is interesting. And they seem to love me for that reason. I think that's their big thing, is they love you when you're allergic. We have dogs. I love dogs. I love all animals, really. I love animals more than I love people's whiny, annoying children. Which, I don't have any kids. So, I mean, I get to say that. I get to be the grumpy guy who yells at the neighbor kid. I don't yell at him. I mean, I do in my head. But we have this neighbor kid, and I hope he's not watching. And if you're watching, please, get a tutor for your skateboarding, because we've lived here for like 10 years or something, 8 years, and they've been our neighbors for 6. And this kid, not only 1, hasn't grown an inch, and 2, has not been able to stay on that skateboard for longer than 5 seconds. That thing falls out from under him every 5 seconds. It drives me nuts. I'm surprised I haven't killed a skateboarder in one of my books. I should do that. I should totally do that. Anyway. Oh, Daniki B also, and this is going to be the last question before we get moving forward with other things, which is probably just to recap that I'm going to be giving shit away. And I think that's about it. What is my writing practice? And basically this is it. This is my writing practice. Not vlogging, but I mean I'll sit down and I will just vomit. Pretty much vomit all over the keyboard. Just a spray of it. And then whatever turns out is I like it, then that's what I'll go with. I've restarted the book I'm working on right now. I have restarted 6 times at this point, because it needed to have this opening that feels really good and feels really sort of disturbed, and I don't know. It's also not something that's being written under Mark Henry, so that's called. Although I am working on a new adult urban fantasy series, and I'm hoping that that I get a chance to get it out there. We'll see. But all right, so that's looking like about the end of it. Let's see. I've got some stuff coming out fairly soon. February 1st is the reissue of Happy Hour of the Damned. I've got little cover flats that I'm going to give away for that. That's going to be in mass market paperback, the small ones. And let's see. I'm going to give away 3 arcs of Battle of the Network Zombies and cover flats that aren't the actual cover, because it went back to art 9 weeks ago or something like that, so who knows what it's going to look like. For one of the aspiring writers on the commenting, the Snark Handbook, glow, flashing duck thing, zombie breath mints, that kind of thing. Battle of the Network Zombies comes out February 23rd. I believe it's the 23rd, but it's considered a March release. So the last Tuesday of February, it should be hitting stores. And yeah. Oh, wait. One more thing. This. Woo! These are 2 things that don't go together. Cute Maltese and 80s goth music about incubus and succubus. Now that ought to get you talking. Okay? 2 things that don't go together. You can put that in the comments. 2 things that don't go together. We gotta kill Angie Fox's comments. Absolutely kill them. And if we don't, well then the terrorists win.